Okay, welcome to Crypto News and Investigative Reports. I'm glad that you're able to join us. I want to get started into this. There's a lot of crypto news going on today. I want to thank you for joining us. I would like for you to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, that red button, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to figure out how to put that on my videos. Somebody said, you don't have your subscribe button up there. No, we don't have that up there yet. We're still getting technically together with these videos, but we do appreciate that you're watching. Please tell your family, tell your friends, and please be a part of this cryptocurrency movement. Please go out, purchase yourself some cryptocurrency. If you got to put, $20 a week, $50 a month, do whatever you can. I would suggest to you to buy some Ripple XRP as fast and as soon as you can. I'm not a financial advisor, but I don't want to see anybody left behind. And I think the great thing about cryptocurrency right now is that it's new and it's everybody that would like to purchase it. It's affordable, especially Ripple XRP. It's very affordable, super undervalued. But find a cryptocurrency and investigate it, find its use cases, and make yourself an investment. Once again, I want to give a shout out to everybody who's making this information public, sharing this information with everybody that are everybody on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I want to shout out to all you guys. Nobody's getting really paid any really big money that I know. I know I'm not, but I'm just doing this. Excuse me, as taking an opportunity to use this as a medium to be able to help people to understand what's going on with cryptocurrency. With that being said, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Once again, thank you for joining us, and please subscribe to our cryptocurrency page. I'll come back to Filecoin being the futures, but I want to start right with the market cap. Look like we're at market cap is what do we got? $260 billion. Cryptocurrency market cap on Coin Market Cap report is $260 billion. Let's take a look at some of these coins here. Which is something I like to try and do all the time. Wait, which way am I going? Oh, here he is. Okay, Bitcoin is at 126 billion. Ethereum's at 40 billion. Ethereum, or whatever the correct pronunciation is, it's at 40 billion, and XRP is 17 billion. Bitcoin Cash $12 billion, and then rounds out that's rounding out the top five. EOS is 6 billion. So that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money moving into cryptocurrency. A lot of institutional investors are, positioning themselves to get into cryptocurrency. And so that right there ought to tell you that cryptocurrency is legit. It's a legitimate thing. All right. Let's move into, well, what do you know? Guess who this is, folks? The Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is still trying to warm up to cryptocurrency. This just came out August 3rd. Actually, it's early, popped out early. I don't know how I got it. It says August 3rd, 2018. But it says U.S. Federal Reserve launches cryptocurrency. Let me shut this off. I don't want to buy anything. The U.S. Federal Reserve launches cryptocurrency index. And that's a big thing, by the way. With the Federal Reserve launching a cryptocurrency index. Let's make sure we read that right, because that's big news, folks. This is big news. Yeah, U.S. Federal Reserve launches cryptocurrency index. This week, the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis added cryptocurrency to their Federal Reserve Economic Data, FRED. I guess that stands for Federal Reserve Economic Data database. It is seemingly small gesture, but one that signals to most observers crypto maturation, at least in the eyes of arguably the most important central bank institution in the world. I've always said it, and this kind of validates the point that I've been trying to make, and that's what's got me into this whole cryptocurrency thing, check out my shirt, hack yourself. um, but that's what got me into this whole thing. It was that you want to make sure that you're watching the Federal Reserve, that you're watching the International Monetary Fund, and that you're watching the World Bank, central banks. And here are the World Banks and central banks. They're definitely interested in cryptocurrency. This is the Federal Reserve letting us know that they're going to get involved in cryptocurrency. I mean, this is the Federal Reserve letting us know that they're going to get involved in cryptocurrency. They're going to be watching cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is for real. It's legit. It's here, and it's here to stay. I'll read a little bit more of the article, though. It says, Fred has added 4 series on the prices of different cryptocurrencies. The St. Louis Federal Reserve posted without much fanfare this week, including Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. The price data are updated daily and span from as early as 2014 to the present. All data were obtained from Coinbase, a cryptocurrency exchange company whose overall digital assets performance is depicted in the above graphic, the Coinbase index. One more thing, I'll read a little bit more. The St. Louis Fed is one of the 12 regional banks within the system, collectively consulting the most powerful central bank on the globe. Woo! All right. Known to be part of the 8th District, which includes Midwestern Fed banks, it is also considered the economic research powerhouse. So that just gives more credence and more legitimacy to cryptocurrency for the Federal Reserve to be taking part in something like this. This is what it's all about, folks. It's all about getting here early, watching what's going on, educating yourself about what's going on. The Federal Reserve, the World Bank, the IMF, these 3 entities will come together, and they will start working together for especially to select a global cryptocurrency. And the global cryptocurrency is going to be that currency that's for banking, primarily for banking. And so if anybody's been listening to me or any of my videos, I'm predicting that global cryptocurrency, or that currency that's going to be selected for banking, is Ripple XRP. That's going to be the cryptocurrency that's going to be selected for banking, because it's already prepared. I've said before in some of my previous videos that Ripple XRP has positioned itself as a go-to cryptocurrency, as an intermediary for banking, for cross-border payments. They've focused on that, and what can you say? They're prepared. If a bank wants to win, they'll select Ripple XRP. If they want to compete, they'll select Ripple XRP. Ripple XRP is the cryptocurrency, and Ripple.net is the company that you want to have on your team. All right, if you want to win. The next piece of news here is the International Monetary Fund, and this is really not a real new. This is not a real new article, but it is an article that I had not seen before. Dong He, I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly. He's the Deputy Director of the IMF Monetary and Capital Markets Department. He wrote this piece, Monetary Policy in the Digital Age. And I kind of did some research on that. I have some notes here about this particular article, and what I want to bring out, so I won't have to read the whole thing, is that it says, from the time being, crypto assets are too volatile and too risky to pose much of a threat to fiat cryptocurrencies. And that's their whole thing. Their whole thing is that as long as cryptocurrency doesn't pose a threat to fiat currencies, they're not as interested at this particular time. But we know somewhere down the line, when the rubber meets the road, cryptocurrencies are going to be a standout, a standout type of currency. It's a digital asset, and so fiats are going to have they're going to go down, and cryptocurrencies are going to go up. and the reason why I say that, I think it was on Twitter or something I was researching on one of these other pages. The Fed chairman or a couple other, it was a couple other people, the Fed chairman or somebody was talking about cryptocurrencies. And in my mind, it says that, my mind says people would rather buy cryptocurrencies to hedge against an oncoming economic crisis. You know, they want to buy right now. People, that are knowledgeable about cryptocurrencies are buying it for that purpose, because they know that if there's only a limited amount of cryptocurrency, and so that minimizes the risk when it comes to a economic crisis. So people want to buy cryptocurrency to hedge against a economic crisis. So and some of that's in this article. He writes about that. He says to fend, blah blah blah, to fend off potential competitive pressure from crypto assets, central banks must continue to carry out effective monetary policies. And then he also writes about crypto assets altogether. The digital representation of value made possible by advances in cryptography and distributed ledger technology. So this is a pretty good article, but some say crypto assets such as Bitcoin in principle have limited inflation risk because supply is limited. And that's the point, and I was just trying to make a minute ago. They have a limited inflation risk because there's only a limited supply. So you only have a limited inflation risk. However, they lack three crucial functions that stable monetary regimes are expected to fill: protection against the risk of structural deflation, the ability to respond flexible to temporary shocks to money demand, and thus smooth the business cycle, and the capacity to function as a lender of last resort. And so he tries to make that point, which is, I don't think is a real valid point, because people know that blockchain technology is taking over. If blockchain technology has done anything, it has taken over and disrupted financially. I don't think blockchain technology has really disrupted any other entity as much as it has the finance, especially by cryptocurrencies. And so with that being said, his point is not really valid, because cryptocurrencies are going to eventually take over. All right, so that's the International Monetary Fund. Crypto assets may reduce demand for central bank money. You might want to read that article. So that's the Federal Reserve. I always talk about the Federal Reserve. I'll talk about the International Monetary Fund, and I always talk about the central banks, because those three entities are the ones that are going to come together and make and select their cryptocurrency. All right. Another thing I want to bring up, and then I tried to write something on, is brokers' cryptocurrency deals are focused on the Securities and Exchange Commission's review. If you're starting to watch some of these brokers and what these brokers are trying to do, these brokers are trying to give us, trying to come into cryptocurrency just like they're involved in stocks, and they're trying to put together derivatives. They're trying to put together exchange traded funds. They want all of this. Excuse me. They want all of the same thing that they have in the stock market. They want the same thing in the cryptocurrency market. That's why I'm saying you're starting to watch. You're starting to watch the cryptocurrency market begin to mimic the stock market in terms of regulations. And I don't know if that's a good thing. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm saying that we're watching this type of thing to happen. I personally, I wrote something that I want to read to you, and it's my personal opinion, and I sure would love some feedback on what you all think about it. And this is what I wrote. if we can have consensus on whether a digital transaction is legitimate, and what I mean by that is, when you have a digital transaction, like when you buy some Bitcoin or you sell some Bitcoin or you buy something with the Bitcoin or XRP or whatever cryptocurrency, if you use XRP, they have consensus to validate the transaction. So if they have consensus to validate the transaction, that shows that the transaction is legitimate. All right, and so if we have that in moving digital assets, then we should have a consensus on the policies and regulations governing the digital asset space, especially on the crypto exchanges. And so what I mean by that is that we shouldn't have to. I don't think the crypto exchanges need the Security and Exchange Commission, because I think the exchanges primarily the crypto exchanges, they should have a consensus on their policies. They should come up with their own policies, is what I'm trying to say. They shouldn't wait for the Security and Exchange Commission to come in and give them regulatory policies. I think that the cryptocurrency exchanges should come together themselves and all over the world or whatever, and have a consensus on what they think is truth, fair, honest in terms of doing business, and not wait for some mass group of regulators to come in and start regulating it. Because I know that there is still that, that argument between centralization and decentralization. And without going into that big argument, I'm only saying that whether you agree with me or not, I'd like to know that the crypto exchanges, they should be able to come up with a consensus for policy. And then I didn't stop there. I kind of continued on. I wrote that. I said that the consensus policy regulated blah blah blah. And then the need for agencies like the Security and Exchange Commission and others will not be needed. So if they came together, if the exchanges come together because they want to do ETFs, they want to do options, they want to do derivatives, they want to do some of the same stuff, but don't let the Security and Exchange Commission come in and tell you what to do. You all, I think that you all could come in with a consensus about what you should do, because you've gotten this far without the Security and Exchange Commission and a lot of those regulatory agencies, whichever the other ones are. Cryptocurrency has gotten this far without them, and I really think that with blockchain technology, you can continue to move forward. Now, somebody might say, well, who would enforce them? Because the Security and Exchange Commission, they enforce the laws for the stock exchange. They're like the police department of the stock exchange. And so my answer to that would be, since we're discussing the greatest technology in the world in our most recent day, which is blockchain technology, nothing has been as great as blockchain technology to us right now. Since we're discussing that, the people in charge should use artificial intelligence to enforce these policies. And so I'm just suggesting that, because of the same way that you use, the same way that you're using consensus or proof of work to validate transactions, you can also use artificial intelligence, AI, to govern, use that as a form of governing and a form of regulating, instead of having Security and Exchange Commission. So that's my take on that. You guys let me know what you think about that. That might seem like a wild idea. That's just because I have a wild mind. I mean, when you grew up in the Silicon Valley, you got Apple down the street here, and then you got Microsoft on the other side of the street, and then you got Monolithic Memories, Memorex, so I can go on and on. National Semiconductor, you just got them all here. But that's what I'm thinking. Also, I want to take the time to say, I want to say again, please subscribe. Please push that button and subscribe. We're trying to give you just straight cryptocurrency news, no hype, just straight cryptocurrency news. All right. Also, and we're on Twitter. I'm gonna have to figure out how to stick my Twitter sign up there. It's RobTech, ROBTECHP, RobTechP. Crypto news and investigative reports at RobTechP. I want to try to get my viewership up, because we're going to be growing There's a couple other people they're going to be coming in to Crypto News and Investigative Reports. We're going to get some people from San Francisco involved. We're going to get some people from the Silicon Valley involved, some of my friends, some people at Stanford University. So we're going to be expanding. So please let us, please, subscribe, and please leave some comments, especially about what I was saying about consensus being the regulatory agency of the crypto exchanges, along with artificial intelligence governing or being that enforcer instead of having to use the Securities and Exchange Commission. And, like I said, they have all of these types of funds that are coming in, right? All of these types of funds like the ETFs and the derivatives and futures. And I don't know if you all know this, but futures are already in because I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is Filecoin Futures. This is on Coin Market Cap. But before I do that, let me go back because I'm going to close with that. But let me go back here. This was, let me see. All right, guys, this right here. Are we moving at all, or what's going on? Okay, here we go. Sorry. All right. What I want to talk about real fast right here is this is primarily all of the new cryptocurrencies that have come into the market. Okay. These are all of the cryptocurrencies that have come within the market in the last 30 days. It's over 300. It's over 300 cryptocurrencies that have come into the market in the last 30 days. And so with that kind of, and a lot of them has raised some pretty decent money. Here's something called, I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. It's been here 2 days. They've raised $1 million already. 7 million. So, with that being said, we're going to get ETFs, you're going to get derivatives, you're going to get futures, you're going to get that kind of stuff. And so I clicked on this coin. This coin is called Filecoin. I'm sure everybody's heard of that already, but it's Filecoin Futures. And so this is a future, Filecoin Futures. And I think this is a storage cryptocurrency. I'm not invested in it. I don't have anything in it. I'm just showing that, and I'm using this to say that it's coming, futures, options, ETFs, and, we might one day have a cryptocurrency 200 because, you got 300 cryptocurrencies within the last 30 days. So you might, how you have the Standard & Poor's 500 index, we might pretty soon, we might see the I don't know, the Brad Garlinghouse 500. I don't know, the David Schwartz 500. I think cryptocurrencies are coming in so fast until, we're going to see some bundles here. We're definitely going to see some groups. And with that being said, I'm going to cut off tonight. I can go on and on and on. I do want you to subscribe, though. That's really encouraging to us. If you can subscribe to our channel. Crypto News and Investigative Reports. Like I said, we're going to be branching out. We're going to be doing some different things, especially we're just this close to San Francisco, and we're going to be doing some different things. We got some people coming in that are going to be, and I don't want to give it all out right now because we're really excited about it. There's other reporters that are going to be coming into Crypto News and Investigative Reports. I'm not going to be the only face that you always see here. It was just my vision just to start this news page out. But, we're going to be doing some stuff at 301 Montgomery right around, not actually at Ripple, but right around there. We have some connections that we're going to be trying to get down in the financial district. And for those of you that are watching, that's the financial district that you're talking about because Coinbase is down the street. Ripple's at 301 Montgomery, and then AT&T Park's a few blocks down Montgomery all the way down. So when if you know San Francisco like I do, and a few other people that's going to be coming in with us do, you'll see why we're going to be expanding. All right, wherever you are, have a good day, or wherever you are, have a good night. I'm glad that you joined us. Once again, please subscribe to Crypto News and Investigative Reports. Please join us at Twitter at RobTechP, ROBTECH, RobTechP. Crypto News and Investigative Reports at RobTechP is the handle. Look, I'm glad you joined us. Go out, get yourself some Ripple XRP. If you won't, buy you some Filecoin. I don't own any of it. And as a matter of fact, just FYI, at one time I think it was $23, and it's only like $5 or something now. And it's the Filecoin futures. This is the way. Just before we go, I'll say I saw this coin. I was watching Brad Garlinghouse talking to one of the I don't know what his title was. Well, he was with SBI, and it was a YouTube video, and he mentioned Filecoin. And then when I pulled it up, I saw it had futures. So anyway, like I said, I don't have any money in it, but you might want to. But until the next time, man, be well, be safe. Have a great day. Don't work too hard. And we'll talk to you tomorrow night. Have a good night.